Hello guys, welcome back to Archive Ryzen. In this video, I like to talk about LYFE Infinite Sight skill, skill rotation, manifestation priority, team compilation, and recommended boss. If you are looking for LYFE weapon comparison and logistic talent priority, I already posted the videos before. You can click here to watch the video.
この銃に誓う。汚れはすべて排除する。
So LYFE Infinite Sight is a dual submachine gun weapon user who deal kinetic damage. Her role is a shooting DPS operative, but she is kinda more classified as a hybrid damage dealer than a ballistic damage focused operative. I will explain later. I'm gonna start from her Deiwos skill first. Her Deiwos skill is shown by this eye symbol called dot shot charge. This dot shot charge maximum limit is 60 charge. That will increase by 3 charge when LYFE's shot hit enemy, and will increase by 4 charge if LYFE's shot hit enemy that marks by LYFE's standard skill. So please prioritize shooting at the marked enemy in order to speed up charging the dot shot gauge. After the dot shot charge fully charged, it will glow up. The next tactical dodge action will consume all the dodge shot charge to perform a dodge shot that has some following effects such as reduce dodge stamina consumption by 50%, consume 10 bullets to deal 10 shots that have guaranteed crit damage, increase interruption resistance and reduce final damage taken. But keep in mind, increase interruption resistance in here only means that while performing dodge shot, your action won't get interrupted by enemies' heavy attack. However, if you get hit by crowd control debuff while performing dodge shot, your dodge shot will still get interrupted. So make sure to dodge away when you are about to get hit by crowd control debuff from enemy. This is for the crowd control debuff example, paralyze effect, while this one is stun effect. For every 100 element index, dodge shot final damage ratio will increase by 10% flat. The dodge shot damage can also increase for each 1% crit rate she has or increase in fire rate state, but the damage increases won't be significant as I ever shown in this video's logistic talent priority part. The fun part about her Deiwos skill is you can still able to perform a dodge shot when there is no bullets left on the weapon. But shooting empty bullets while performing dodge shot will reduce the dodge shot final damage by 50%. For example, in this footage, there is 5 bullets left before the dodge shot, and when the dodge shot happens, here is the damage when the weapon still has bullets to shot out, it's about 3000, and here is the damage when the weapon shooting empty bullets. Still deal crit damage, but the damage is half of the previous damage. So basically, she can still able to perform dodge shot to deal crit damage even when there is no bullets left on the weapon. But you can use this empty bullets damage to trigger the insight ray damage that come out from her standard skill when dodge shot hit marked target. When LYFE uses her standard skill, LYFE will dash backward while casting the skill. But if you use it while pressing any movement direction, she will dash toward the corresponding direction while casting the standard skill. While casting the skill, LYFE will deal 5 kinetic damage to each nearby target and marking them with insight mark. If the enemy has multiple parts, LYFE will put additional mark to that enemy's part, up to 3 marks per enemy. LYFE's standard skill only able to deal very small amount of damage to a single enemy, so its main purpose is to put mark on the enemy, because the real deal is come from the insight ray damage, where if you perform a dodge shot toward a marked enemy, each mark can also deal additional kinetic damage known as insight ray damage. If an enemy has 3 marks, insight ray damage from the second and third marks can only deal 30% of the insight ray damage. For example, when facing Hela who has 7 targetable parts, after using standard skill, can only place mark on 3 random parts. When you perform a dodge shot, you will see a bunch of numbers that not deal crit damage on each mark. The first marks always can deal 100% of the insight ray damage, while the second and third marks only can deal 30% of the insight ray damage. And this is why I said LYFE Infinite Sight is more hybrid damage dealer than a ballistic damage focused operative. Due to this inside ray damage is count as a skill damage, can also contribute a lot of total damage and can even surpass LYFE total ballistic damage. For example, in here, you can see the percentage contribution between ballistic damage and skill damage to LYFE total DPS output. The ballistic damage contribution will gradually decrease as the number of marks on a single enemy increase, while the skill damage contribution will gradually increase as the number of marks on a single enemy increase. So when facing a boss with one mark, LYFE ballistic damage will dominate. However, when facing a boss with multiple parts, for example Cerberus or Woody, LYFE's damage between ballistic and skill damage is almost 50-50, with the skill damage on the higher side. Therefore, when you use LYFE Infinite Sight against Nation's Wooden, having a skill buffer like Enya in your team might also have the potential to provide more damage buff for LYFE. After you upgrade her standard skill Neura upgrade, Ricochet bullets can also recharge the dodge shot gauge. So you don't need to worry about she being a dual submachine gun weapon user, which is the second highest ricochet rate weapon, because at least the ricochet bullet can still give a small contribution to charge the dodge shot gauge. While the second upgrade, after you use her standard skill, her dodge shot gauge will immediately fully charge. So if you want to use her standard skill, make sure to use it after perform a dodge shot action to consume the dodge shot charge, or when your dodge shot's not fully charged. One thing you need to keep in mind when using her standard skill is your camera angle. Somehow, LYFE's standard skill marking AoE is quite small. It's about this wide, so make sure to aim your camera view at the most enemy in order to mark more enemy. You can also move your camera view immediately while casting your standard skill to increase the AoE like this. Right after you press the button, slide it. Or you can also do the 360-degree spin if you play with high mouse DPI. It sometimes will mark all enemies, but sometimes it can also miss all enemies depend on your skill. Her marking abilities can also mark through obstacle or wall. LYFE's standard skill passive can also provide movement speed and dodge speed, making her movement speed faster than other operative. Her walking speed is indeed a little bit more faster than other operative. However, her running speed is the same with other operative, and have an unique tactical dodge like Katia fragmented ability that have the same dodge range with Katia Blue Ball. And she can also dodge through object or enemy obstacle just like Katia do. When using her support skill, LYFE will fire a Revelation Ray that can deal an instant powerful kinetic damage in a strike line. And if you upgrade the support skill Neura upgrade, the first upgrade can allow the support skill to stun the target hit, while the second upgrade, when the skill only hit one target, the skill final damage will increase by 20%. This support skill can deal quite huge damage, and the skill range is also very far, that can be used to snipe mobs from afar, so don't hesitate to use it in case you want to contribute more damage in giggling or any co-op gameplay. You can also use this skill to punch right into Joseph Bison's weak spot and make him kneel down. When LYFE uses her ultimate skill, she will enter Beyblade state for 10 seconds, dealing kinetic damage every 0.2 seconds to nearest 10 target within the AoE range. In this Beyblade state, LYFE can't do anything besides move, but her anti-interruption ability will increase and decrease her final damage taken. Because this state only increases her anti-interruption ability, which means she's still vulnerable to crowd control debuff that will end her Beyblade state immediately as shown in this footage. So if LYFE in this state about to get hit by a crowd control debuff, make sure to move away from it. If the enemy is more than 10 meters away from LYFE, the ultimate skill damage will gradually decrease as the distance increases. So make sure to keep LYFE distance as close as possible to all enemies to maintain a high DPS. The best part about her ultimate skill is, for each target marked by LYFE's standard skill, the ultimate skill cost will reduce by 10 energy for 10 second duration. So make sure to use LYFE's standard skill correctly like how I explained before in order to mark more enemies, because if you manage to mark at least 6 enemies, you can use her ultimate skill for free. But keep in mind that using her standard skill will recalculate the ultimate skill cost. So make sure to always use your standard skill carefully to mark as much enemy as possible. Ultimate skill Neura upgrade is can increase ultimate skill damage taken to marked enemy and will increase even further if the enemy has multiple marks, up to 25%. The next upgrade is performing dodge shot can reduce the ultimate skill cooldown by 1 second. Her ultimate skill has above decent damage that can be used to clear up mobs very quickly. So don't hesitate to use it if there are huge wave of mobs need to clean up. However, don't use it against boss enemy because it's only deal a decent damage to a single enemy even when the enemy has 3 marks. Next one is her skill rotation. I know some of you must be thinking that LYFE Infinite Psych is difficult to use and there are so many skill rotation you can do when using her. But please, don't make it complicated. Just use her normally like you do with other operative. Because we are not playing Call of Duty or invade someone's planet in the name of democracy, we are playing Waifu Containment Zone, and you are supposed to play it single-handedly like this man said. For example, this is the most basic humanly easy to do skill rotation for LYFE who haven't reached Manifestation 2, while this one is the skill rotation for Manifestation 2 LYFE. Meanwhile, in the actual combat, for example this one, did I do any skill rotation I mentioned before? No! If I rigidly follow the skill rotation I mentioned earlier, I might lose a lot of ammo shooting at the boss in vulnerable pass. So all you need to do is stay calm and use her with more flexibility to adapt with the actual condition and timing. Just remember this rule. First, start a battle with a standard skill to mark as many enemies as you can. Second, always remember to perform dodge shot action the moment dodge shot gauge fully charged. Third, prioritize shooting at the marked enemy to increase the dodge shot gauge charging speed. Fourth, after your standard skill cooldown reverse, use it when your dodge shot gauge is far from full. If it's almost full, just shot until it's full to perform a dodge shot first, then followed by standard skill and another dodge shot. Fifth, performing dodge shot when you have insufficient bullets isn't recommended because it can reduce the dodge shot final damage by 15% for each empty bullets you fire out. However, in actual condition, you might need to smash the dodge button because you don't have time to see how many bullets remain in the weapon. As long as the enemy still has mark, the dodge shot can still deal decent damage due to dealing damage together with the inside ray. Next is her manifestation priority. After unlocking the first manifestation, every time LYFE perform a dodge shot will not consume any stamina at all, and the final damage of dodge shot is increased by 20% that can make this manifestation become very useful to increase her damage. After unlocking the second manifestation, performing dodge shot will only cost 40 dodge shot charge instead of 60 charge. That allow you to allocate more bullets to perform more dodge shot action. Therefore, this manifestation is very necessary to increase her DPS output. After unlocking the third manifestation, LYFE deals 12% more ballistic damage to marked target and will increase by 3% for each additional mark. while her Manifestation 4 can increase the damage ratio of inside ray damage by certain percent. Her Manifestation 5 can increase kinetic damage by 20%, which is not a really huge improvement. If it were a final damage, that will be better. So in summary, unlocking her Manifestation 2 is her breakpoint, and reaching until third Manifestation is also good to provide more damage improvement. For the team compilation, LYFE best team compilation is FENNY STARSHINE and Moxier Shadows. But you can also replace them with Acacia Kaguya, Enya Exuvia, and Ether Cup. Why Enya also included isn't she is a skill buffer. Enya Exuvia also has the potential to become a good damage buffer for LYFE Infinite Psych. Due to LYFE's skill DPS contribution can surpass LYFE ballistic DPS a little bit when dealing damage to 3 marks enemy, for example Woody or Cerberus, as I explained before in the standard skill part. Moxier Shadows is also very good when facing single target boss because Cabeset can become an additional part for LYFE to mark that can increase LYFE inside ray damage, but keep in mind that Moxier Shadows can be eliminated if the boss like to spam invulnerable effect. For recommended boss, LYFE most recommended boss is Woody because first, Woody's weakness element is kinetic damage, and the second, LYFE Infinite Psych can put 2 marks on Woody first phase and 3 marks on Woody second phase that can significantly increase her DPS above all existing main DPS. The second recommended boss is Katia Frostcap. Due to the boss has low kinetic resistance, also LYFE has high agility and aimbot ability. Third recommended boss is Cerberus because you can put 3 marks on that boss. You can also use her against other human type boss or boss that has seal. Thelmasian also can do if there is no better boss that available other than this red. Avoid using it against this boss. For Hela, even though she can put 3 marks on that thing, the inside ray can only deal damage toward Hela destructible part, so it's not recommended. While for knee type mech, just forget it. That thing has 5 parts, so LYFE shots are likely to mess up to other part and deal decreased damage. So what do you think about LYFE Infinite Psych so far after using her? Feel free to share in the comment section. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Cheers.